Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. I'm very happy to have Nate Mallard on the show with me. As most of you know, Nate's one of our agents here on the Stephen Cooley Real Estate team and a local resident to Rock Hill, York County in South Carolina. So Nate knows every nook and cranny of our county. So if you're looking for a home to buy or sell, Nate's your guy. Today, with fall in the air, it's so cool outside. So nice. Fall's on it. We're in fall, winter's coming. I wanted Nate to come on the show today and let's give people some tips on getting their home, whether it's on the market or not, ready for the fall and winter season. Nate's done a massive amount of research and even talking to home inspectors and repair people on what you can do now to prevent major problems happening in the fall and winter. So Nate, I know you got like a top 10 list of things that our homeowners should do if you are going to own your home through the winter. So what are they?
Absolutely. So, a lot of these tips are going to be about how to save on energy costs. You want to have the most efficient heating and cooling system going on during the winter months, so you're not literally throwing your money out the windows. And one way to do that is you start with sealing your doors, sealing your windows. You want to make sure those are caulked around. And also, you can get those weather strippings on your door. If you can see daylight coming through your front door, you need to check your weather stripping.
Absolutely. In the summertime, that doesn't bother you as much, but the wintertime, you will feel cold air coming in around that door, and it'll cause a draft throughout the entire house.
That's right. And with windows, especially on an older home, if you don't have storm windows or you don't have new double pane insulated windows, you can actually buy a window sealing kit, and it's actually like saran wrap that you can put on your windows, and it makes that barrier of air there to prevent the heat that's inside from going out your windows. So that's another good way to prevent those drafts as well.
So we're going to stop the drafts from coming in around windows and doors.
Yep. And then the next thing is checking your furnace before we get into the really cold months, because there's nothing worse than trying to crank your furnace up when we get those first cold temperatures and it's not working. So make sure you do that preemptively. Call a local HVAC expert, have them come out. Normally ranges from $80 to $120. You can get them to come give you a pre-winter service on your system. They check your and clean it out and make sure it's all ready to go.
Yeah, great idea. And remember, we haven't run our heat in about 10 months. Yeah. And you're using gas or oil or heat strips, and those are fire hazards. And so you definitely want that checked. Much more important to check your furnace going into winter than your air going into summer.
Right. And if you want, you can winterize your AC unit as well. It doesn't get terribly cold around here, so that's not that important. But also make sure if you're running a gas furnace to check your carbon monoxide filters and gas logs as well. You want to make sure that your gas logs are good to go for the winter. And maybe think about investing in a programmable thermostat if you haven't already gotten one. Now with the Nest, which you connect to your phone, you can set it. It basically thinks for you. It learns when you're home and when you're not. Have it nice and warm when you get home. When you wake up in the morning, to make sure it cuts it back so it's not blasting heat all day while you're gone.
I can change my temperature from my phone, and it's amazing that you don't need your house at comfortable room temperature all day long. And so great information there. Saves you a lot of money.
That's right. And if you do have a wood burning fireplace, make sure you inspect that too going into the winter. You want to make sure it's safe, that your flue seals nice and tightly in there. There's a couple different ways you can do that. You can actually get a flue sealer, which is like a pillow that goes up there so you don't have any heat escaping through the chimney when you're not burning a fire. Of course, you want to take that out if you do want to burn a fire.
Great time also for a chimney inspection, because squirrels and birds love to make nests, and their nests become fire hazards in the winter.
And this is another small tip as well. Check your ceiling fans. Most ceiling fans have a reversible direction. So heat rises, so as the house, you reverse your ceiling fan and that will push the warm air back down on you instead of
I've always wondered which way to turn it, what season. So I want it blowing down?
Right, you want it to go clockwise, and that will push the air down. So there's a little switch on your ceiling fan. You get up there on a ladder, so that reverses it for the winter time.
I always wondered which way it should go. So
that's right. As far as the exterior of your house goes, you want to make sure that your pipes are insulated. If you have any long runs of pipe, we do get some freezing temperatures here in this area sometimes, and we don't want to have any burst pipe under your house. Because we don't all have shut-offs for our faucets outside, but if you do, cut those off, drain those pipes so you don't have any water lingering in there in the wintertime. If not, insulate them, make sure they have a nice, either you can wrap them or you can buy the styrofoam that you just slide right onto them. Make sure you don't burst a pipe and have a water leak you don't know about under your house.
Absolutely. Good information there.
You won't find out till you get that water bill that it's been going on. You know, you can also insulate your attic, like we said, heat rises. So if you have an older home, just check and make sure that your insulation's good. And check your attic stairs. A lot of times there's tons of heat that goes up through there. You can buy a little cap that sits right on top of there. They make them in the standard size, and you just put it on there, and it kind of seals that heat from getting up.
Again, in the winter, your heat's rising, so it's leaving the home through your attic.
And check your gutters, make sure they're clean, and all the downspouts are clean as well. If we do get some ice, you don't want to have any ice dams build up in there. I mean, it could be a dangerous thing if you have ice sitting near your gutters because the water can't get out because your gutters are stopped up.
And of course, in the fall, all the leaves are going to come down off the trees. They're going to land in your gutter.
That's right.
So as soon as they all get down, that's the time to get your gutters cleaned out before the cold weather hits.
That's right. Make sure all the leaves are down. And another thing about leaves is instead of raking them up on your yard, actually, yard people suggest that you mow them into mulch and leave them on your yard, and that kind of insulates and also acts as fertilizer for the winter as your grass is dormant in this area. Yep.
Good.
And talking about your mower, this is the last tip. You know, make sure you winterize that thing, just like your heating. You know, you haven't run it, so if you're going to put it up for the winter, either run it out of gas completely or put some fuel stabilizer in there. Put it up and make sure, you know, that way you'll know when the summertime, when the grass is there, you're not going to have to go spend and get your mower tuned up. It'll be ready to go.
Absolutely. And we've got this in a neat form, so if you did not write them down and you want a copy, just email Nate@StephenCooley.com. And of course, if you're interested in talking to Nate about buying or selling real estate, you can reach him there also, or here at our office at 803-985-1240. Great information, Nate. So hopefully now everybody's prepared for fall and winter.
Hopefully.
We got beautiful homes for sale on today's show. We'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.